Hello YouTube. My name is Mel from Mel's Paper Makes. I'm a 25-year-old cash stuffer and budgeter here on YouTube. Obviously, this isn't a cash stuffing because we are going to be budgeting for the month of December, which is already crazy to say. We've flown through this year so fast, but I will say I do have a new mic. Let me know what you think. I think it's a lot better than what I had before. I did a couple tests with it and I'm very happy with the sound right now, but if you feel like you have any other suggestions, please let me know. But moving on ahead, this is my template that I've been using for 2026. I do have a template very similar, like 99% similar to what I have on screen, where I have these tables right here that are the different categories that I stuff. I have charts up here for the budgeted amounts that I have, the actual amounts, and then this chart will compare the two. These three charts will fill as I fill in the numbers, so will these two summary tables along with my totals at the very bottom. I also have over here a sinking funds. Actually, let me zoom y'all in a little bit. I do have a sinking funds table here. This is where my sinking fund amounts are starting for the month of December, and at the end of the month I will fill them in. I also have a transactions table where I can write the date, a brief description and categories, and an amount as well. And I have summary tables where it will show me what I spend, because this half right here, these tables just show my budget, where I put my money, but this half right here shows where I spend my money, which is also an important part of budgeting. But I've been budgeting for 3.5, 4 years, and I did it at the tail end of college, and I wanted to do it so that I can have a good relationship with money, build good financial habits, which are contributing towards my future, being smart with my money, being intentional with it, but also making sure that I enjoy the now, which is to me traveling, eating out, seeing concerts, seeing friends, going to motorsport events, just spending money for now so that I don't feel bad and I also enjoy the money that I think I work hard for. So without further ado, I will get into it. So like I said, I'm 25 years old. I get paid every other week. For the month of December, I get paid twice. My first check, however, gets a $50 reimbursement. What's going on? $50 reimbursement because I use a personal phone. So for the first check, I get $2,470. The second check will be $50 less at $2,420. So from my full-time job, I get $4,890. This is after taxes, insurance, and my retirement contributions. For my retirement contributions, I do put aside 4%. My company matches 4%, and they put in an extra 2%. So in total, I have I have 10% of my paycheck going towards retirement before it even comes to me. So in total, that's what I get paid. I am a project manager. I am new to this career. I used to be an engineer. Now I'm a project manager. Absolutely loving it. So this is what I get paid for the month of December. But I also will be pulling out $100 from my high yield savings account, and I pull out $100 whenever I meet $100 milestone for my interest. I pull that money out and just reallocate it. So $100 from there, that brings me to just under $5,000 for the month of December. So I also bank with SoFi. They currently have, at the time of me filming, which is 11/30/2025, they have a 3.6 APY, and I'm very happy with them. So that's where I keep my money. All right, now we get to go into my digital bills. For my rent, $1,555. My electric, I am going to put $70 in here. This is my first winter in my new apartment, so I'm just going to guess $70 in here. Internet is $70. My phone, usually it's $60, but with the $50 from my company, I'm going to put that towards my phone bill as well because I still have to pay off my current phone. And my payment for it is, funnily enough, $46. So the $50 covers it all. So $110 for phone. My student loans, I have 5 of them. And in total, it is $425. I think it's about $22,000 left in student loans. But one of my goals for this year is to get one of my student loans down to $5,000. It's already under $5,000, but I just want to put some more money towards it so that it's easier for me to wipe it out next year. So I'm going to put an extra $200 towards one of my student loans. And the reason why I'm doing that is because the interest rate is like 6.21%. So I really just want to knock that out. For giving, I'm putting $20 in here. I do have some Giving Tree tags that I will be buying for. So that's where that money is going to go. Some of it. Well, no, all of that is going to go towards the Giving Tree. And then next, water and trash is going to get 25. Bills buffer, I'm going to put 40 in here just because I'm not really sure what the electric situation is going to be like for my new apartment. So $40 in here. And also, I just want to build a bigger bills buffer. Right now, it's around $400. So I want to put a little bit more money towards there. So as you can see, I have $2,515, which is a little over half of my income going towards my bills. But that's because I am making a good chunk towards my extra payment. Like if I took that away, it's under it's under 50%. So I'll put that back. And I have $24.75 left to budget. Next is my digital cash. And these are the envelopes that I spend out of the most. Groceries, I do $50 every single week. And there are going to be 4 cash stuffings for December. So $200 there. And then gas gets $30 a week. So that's $120. I'm going to do a lot more driving this month just because of the holidays, but I think $30 will be okay. Eating out will get $40 a week, so that's $160, and the same with spending, which is going to get $160. So $640, just under 13% for daily cash. Up next is my long-term savings. I don't put a ton of money in here because this is long-term. This is slow-growing accounts or slow-growing envelopes. But my emergency fund is fully funded with $10,000. So that's a little over 3 months. So $0 going in there. My medical is getting very close to being fully funded to $1,500, which is the amount for my medical deductible. So I'm going to put $80 in there. I think I only have $80 left until it's fully funded, or $70 left until it's fully funded. And then after that, I will just start setting money aside for co-pays. But I do have an FSA account that I can use. My future pet gets $5 every single week. So that's $20. Travel, I do want to put a good amount of money in there, so $100 there. And the same for tech because I did wipe it out in the month of November. I did purchase this new mic, which this actually didn't come from this envelope, but I purchased AirPods Pro 3 and also a new fitness watch. My old fitness watch was 12 years old, so it has been on its last legs for a little while, so I got a new one. And then future is saving up for future expenses, and I kind of just picked a random $15 a week to go there. So $60 is going towards future. Extra week and buffer is not going to get anything budgeted, so that will be $0. So in total, long-term savings is $360, which is 7.2%. Let's hop up here and we can see that my budget chart is starting to fill in with these percentages. So I'm very happy with that. Up next, we have my monthly expenses, and I did pull some money from fitness and wellness to pay for my fitness watch. So I want to put some money in there, and memberships, I just do $25 every single month. But with this one, we'll come back to this one just because I'm not really sure how much to put in there for now. I do know because I've filled it out already and I'm using it as a reference, but I'm kind of bringing y'all into how I thought while I was filling this out. Okay, so I'll leave that empty for now, or I'll put a 0 in there for now, just so that everything else still gets populated. But for now, monthly expenses is at $25, and I have $1,450 left to budget, and I have my retirement and my short-term savings left. So keep an eye on this side over here. Okay, I said before that my retirement contribution, my percentages, I contribute 10% before that money even comes to me. That includes my employer contribution. So I want to put even more money towards my Roth IRA, even though I've finished my $5,000 goal this year, I still want to put some money in here just because that really wouldn't hurt, and I still want to put some money in there. So I am thinking of doing $115 every single week. In November, I did about 105, so I really just want to push myself a little bit and see if I can do 115. So times 4, that is $460 there. And then my brokerage is going to have the same amount as future, so that is $60. And this has an asterisk here because I actually keep this money in the bank, so it's a digital, so I will cash stuff this with prop money and digital bills. This also has an asterisk because this is done with prop money. I actually don't cash stuff this in my normal cash stuffing videos because it's all prop money and it's just not something that I find exciting, so I just don't include it. But my brokerage I do include because this is a weekly transaction that gets pulled from my bank account every single week, so I like to include that. So in total, retirement has $520, and that is 10%. So for the month of December, I will be contributing, let me think, 20%, 20.4% towards my retirement. My goal is 25. I'm slowly making my way there, so I am pretty happy with this amount. So up next, we have $930 left to go into short-term savings. And I do want to put all of this money to work. So my sinking funds, actually, let me start with my car. I'm going to put $200 here because I did just do my 100,000 mile engine service. I did get an oil change. I did get new hubcaps, so I do want to put some more money in here because last month in November, let me see, I did only just put $140 in here, but now that I am working on fully funding a few more categories, I want to put more money in here, so $200 it is. I am now then left with $700 to go towards my sinking funds, and I'm pretty happy with that amount going in there just because I haven't been really focusing on my sinking funds, so I just want to put some more money in there. So I'm good with this amount, but I still have $30 left over, so where am I going to put that? Into fitness and wellness, because I did want to put some money aside for this because I have been spending and I haven't been putting anything aside. So in total, we have $0 left to budget and all of my money is allocated. As we can see from my chart, half is going to bills. We have 10% going to my retirement. We have just over a percentage going to monthly expenses, 18% into short-term savings, and then 12.8 going to daily cash. So I'm pretty happy with this spread of cash. And now we get to go into my sinking funds. This is where I am starting at the beginning of the month, and at the end of the month I will come in and show y'all where I end, where I spend, and my little summary table. You can see where all of this cash is going to. And I also have notes here. December is my birthday month, so that's going to be really exciting. I did already get my birthday gift to myself and my Christmas present to myself as well. So very happy with that. But that is it for today's video. Hopefully this helps y'all out in the month of December. I really like doing these videos because when I first started cash stuffing or budgeting, I didn't know where to put my money. So hopefully if you are in that boat, this video helps you. Again, if you want to check out my template, go into my video description. I will have something very similar to this. I do have ones that you can print out, but if you have questions, please let me know. I'm not a financial expert by any means. I'm just sharing what works for me. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, please don't bean soup this. Find something else that works, but if you have questions, please let me know. I'll do my best to answer it. If you want to see me cash stuff this, check out my channel. But that is it for me today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you stay warm. I hope you have a good budget for December, and hope we all end the year strong. Support your community, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!